Welcome back to Discovery with Miss Natalie. That's me. So this afternoon we are going to create a really cool machine. Now again, this morning I did read a story called Machines at Work, and I said we were going to create something super cool. Now this machine doesn't use any electricity. It's not a big truck or a car. But this machine is something that we use to help weigh things. Okay, so we are going to make our very own homemade scale, which is things that you can find around your house so you can start measuring and weighing things yourself. So one thing that you are going to need is you're going to need a plastic hanger. Make sure that your plastic hanger has these little hooks right here, because we are going to add a string and I don't want the string to fall down. So make sure that your plastic hanger has these little hooks right here. And next thing that you're going to need is any sort of string or yarn or a ribbon. If you can't find any string or yarn, you can also use a ribbon, just something that you can use to tie along your hanger and also along 2 cups. They can be whatever kind of cups you have in your house. So ask your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle to help you find 2 different cups, as well as the string, yarn, ribbon, and the hanger. The next thing that you're going to need is a pair of scissors, because you're going to need to cut your string that you use. And then the last thing you're going to need is just some objects in your house. So I'm going to use these blocks, okay? These different sized blocks. But if you have Legos, you can use Legos. If you just have some small little cars, you could use those. Anything that fits inside your cup will work for this activity, okay? So the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna take your string, ribbon, or yarn that you have, and you're gonna wanna make a pretty long piece. I would say like a ruler size. So if you have a ruler, maybe go try to get your ruler and make it that long when you put them together like this, okay? So you're gonna have 2 strands of ribbon that you folded together, because this is the loop that we're gonna make that's gonna go on our hanger as well as around our cup, okay? So once you have a little bit more than a ruler size, you're gonna cut that so that you have 2 strings that are together, okay? So let me just show you that. Okay, so you're gonna have this long string, but when you put it apart, it's really, really long. All right, and you're gonna do the same thing. So for this one, it's a little easier. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take one end of your string, ribbon, or yarn, put it right next to another end on your yarn, and you're gonna make it the same length. So just keep rolling it out until you have the exact same length, okay? So you see how I have this one and the end of this one? I'm gonna cut my one string the same length as this one right here. So go ahead and take your scissors and make a cut. So now you should have 2 really long pieces of string. Okay, you can put the rest of your string to the side because we're not going to need that. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is take your cup and you're going to put the string around your cup and you're going to tie it on your cup, okay? Now you're going to make sure that it's pretty tight because you are going to be putting some objects into your cup, and we want to make sure that when you put those objects in there that they don't fall out, because that would not be very good, right? So go ahead and tie your string onto your cup. Now I'm going to double tie it too, just to make sure that it doesn't fall off. So now that you have one ready to go ahead and get your other cup and your other string, and you're going to do the exact same thing. You're just going to tie it around your cup Again, I'm going to double tie mine just to make sure that it's super tight and it doesn't fall off at all. All right, so now I have both of these ready to go. So now the next thing you want to do is grab your hanger and you're going to loop one end of the rest of your string into that little nook that you have right there, okay? And now you're going to attach it to the other side where the string is not already attached. So do you see how it's coming up from this side of the cup? We want to attach the other string to this side of the cup. And you can just loop it through the string that's already been placed there. So just take your other side, tuck it underneath, and then tie that string onto the looped string around your cup. Just like that. And again, I'm gonna double tie mine just to make sure that it doesn't fall off at all. Okay, so now when you lift up, it'll look like this. But what we don't want it to do is to flip forward and come out. So you're gonna need to get some tape, and you're gonna put some tape along the string and along the cup so that the cup doesn't fall out of the string. Okay, so now go ahead and grab some tape and put it along each side of your cup so that the string and the cup do not come apart when you start hanging it. Okay, so now you should have a cup that looks just like that. So now let's do the other side. All right, so then when you have this cup onto your hanger, do the exact same thing with your tape and tape both sides of the cup and the string together so that they don't come apart when we start to hang our scale. So just like that. One piece of tape and two pieces of tape. All right, so now we have our scale, right? So we have our two cups that are attached to our hanger. And now what we're going to do is we need to find a doorknob, because what we're going to do is we're going to hook this hanger along our doorknob, and then when we start to put things into our cups, it'll start to tilt to whichever side is heavier than the other side. So let's go ahead and go to a door hanger, and you can bring me along with you and we'll start measuring our objects. All right, so now that you have your hanger hanging on whatever doorknob that you have to use, first thing I want to talk about is that. So if any of your cups keep flipping over, what I want you to do is I want you to take a little bit more tape, and you're going to put the tape at the very top of your cup where the string hangs naturally, okay? And you're going to tape that piece of string to the very top lip of your cup, just like that. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Take another piece of tape and you're going to attach that string right at the very top of your cup. This way, when it hangs, it'll stay upright. Okay? So now that we have our scale, we're ready to go. Grab whatever object that you are going to use, and we're going to start testing out which side is going to be heavier. So I'm going to do it first, and you can watch me what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take this long blue block, okay? And then we're also going to use a small purple block. So I want you to think, which one do you think is going to be heavier? Do you think it's going to be the long blue one or the small purple one? Do you have your guess? Okay, so now we're going to test it out. So I'm going to put the small purple one in that one. Now see, it already went down because the small purple block is heavier than nothing that's in this cup. But now we're going to put this one in here. What happened? Now I went down here because this long blue one was heavier than the purple one. Did you all get that right? You did? Oh, good job. Let's do another one. Okay, now we're going to try putting in a number of objects. So I'm going to put in 4 little blocks in 1 cup and 1 big block in the other cup. So which one do you think is going to be heavier? The 4 little blocks or the 1 big block? Do you have your guess? Okay, let's find out. So we're going to put the 1 big block in here. This one's already heavier than nothing that's in this cup. And now let's put the 4 little blocks in the other cup and see which one's heavier. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What happened? It looks like they're the same, right? This one is a little bit lower than that one, but it does look like they weigh the same. So 4 little blocks is the same weight as 1 big block. Let's do 1 more. So this time we are going to use triangle blocks. So I am going to put 2 red triangle blocks that look like this. So there is this triangle and this triangle, but it's a pretty wide one. Okay, 2 red triangles. And we're also going to put 2 yellow triangles into the other cup. So there's this one and this one. So which one do you think is going to weigh more? These 2 yellow triangles or these 2 red triangles? Got your guess? Okay, let's see. So we're going to put the yellow ones in here, just like that. Now let's put the red ones on the other side. 1 red one and 2 red. What happened? The red triangles were heavier than the yellow triangles. That was pretty cool. So what I want you to do is keep playing around with your scale that we made together with whatever objects you chose to use, whether that's you are also using blocks or maybe you're using Legos, or if you want a small little treat, ask your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle if maybe you can try using your scale with different foods. So you could put maybe M&Ms in there, or maybe you want to weigh popcorn, whatever kind of food that maybe you have in your kitchen. Okay, so keep playing around with your scale that we made. I hope you enjoyed making your scale. I know it might have been a little hard and a little tricky to get that string tied, but hopefully you have your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle to help you do that. And then you can keep playing with it for the rest of the day. So I look forward to seeing you again after the weekend, because tomorrow is Saturday and then we have Sunday. So I will see you again on Monday with a super fun project and a really cool story that we're going to read. So I hope you have a great weekend and I will see you again soon. Bye!